But yes, we get to go into the Sky Deck with Tails.
So,
This happened with Sonic too. For some reason, it just like stops you right before you get to the actual door to like give a 2-second cutscene. It makes no sense. Oh well. We just pretty much have to get to the end of the stage before Sonic does. Pretty standard. Again, compared to other stages that Tails has already done, this one should make sense. As far as what your main objective is. At least with this one... Wow, how did you not grab that ladder? At least with this one, though, the rings come back, like right here. So you definitely want to take those routes as opposed to the normal route, so that you can get a good time in. I hate when the sky does that, like right where it did just the white effect, because then I can't see where he's going. And wow, what happened to Sonic? Did you see the map? He like completely disappeared from where he was and like went right back to the beginning. That was very weird. Okay, what's with all the extra lives suddenly? I mean, that's good, but why so many at once? Okay, I'm not gonna question this game anymore. Okay, get the magnetic shield, thank you very much. And I don't know how, but I still landed on the railing fine. I think Sonic had glitched out, because, like, look at the meter. Like, look how far ahead I am currently compared to Sonic. That can't be right. Okay, there he's moving up. Oh god, he's gonna move, like, a whole huge distance compared to me right now. He probably is catching up, like, relatively fast. There probably is, like, some sort of rubber band AI on here. Because there's no way that Sonic could truly get to where Tails is at in the blink of an eye. Unless that was put into effect. There has to be rubber band AI. There just has to be. Yeah, we can kind of like skip through different parts of the level here. And the rings are back. We can fly right through them to give us some... They're not necessarily shortcuts in all cases. They're more just a speed boost to get in front of Sonic. If he's even in front of you, depending on the case. Okay, and somehow we fell down, but that's fine. I can climb my way up. Okay, he is dangerously close to me right now, though. But I think the finish line's just right over here. And it is. Sweet. And I love how the cannon's like right in my face, ready to blast Tails completely out of oblivion. If I could talk, jeez! Wow, my voice is breaking up terribly.
that wasn't too bad.
Okay, what to talk about? I guess I could talk about stuff I've been watching lately, and I can't believe I'm just now thinking about this too. I meant to bring it up a lot sooner. But, I recently hit 100 subscribers, so thank you everyone. I really appreciate that so much. I hope what I have to offer is really enjoyable. Oh, we can move. That was kind of sudden. Okay. But yeah, thanks for everyone who has subscribed. I appreciate that so much. And it took me a while, but again, you know, it's not the views that actually count. It's the fact that I enjoy doing what I do. Oh wait, I remember. Right here. So I know we did this with Sonic. Can't believe I got lost a second time again. Wow. But anyway, stuff that I've been watching, not even just watching, but playing. There was, right at the beginning of May, a YouTube user that I follow, her channel, Brenda Giadricic, had actually made a mod of Ocarina of Time, specifically using the Master Quest edition of the game. But it's called Voyager of Time. It's a hack that's kind of like Zelda's Birthday, except it's pretty much the whole game. The main thing that got changed on it from what I've played of it so far is the dialogue and the story, and there's like a different sequence of where you have to go to get your items. Like at the beginning of the game, I mean, I'm not going to spoil a whole lot, but I'll at least talk about the beginning parts. Starting off with the text changes in the story, you know how at the beginning, like as soon as you leave Link's house, Saria comes up and says, "Yahoo! Hi Link," or whatever you named your character. Well, instead she says, "Google! Hi Link." I thought that was a really clever joke, just with the way that got changed. And so many people apparently were confused by why Siri has been changed to say Google instead of Yahoo. But that completely makes sense, you know, with the different service search engines. Little things like that, though, I think are really clever. And yeah, here we're going to take on Gamma. Don't you dare shoot me. And not that it's going to matter much, but let's grab the rings. And easy as pie, we took out Gamma. Again, Sonic, just depend on your buddy to do everything for you. That's pretty much what the point of Tails' story shows here. But anyway, I was talking about the Voyager of Time hack. If you just go to her channel, if this is easy for anyone to know, most people probably know who Big Dip on a Bus is. Brenna Jadrosich is actually his wife. She's the one who created the Ocarina of Time hack, though. But if you go to Big Dip on the Bus's page, and just you can usually find that Brenna's in some of his videos. You can even just do like a general search and search Voyager of Time, and you should find the video where she provides the instructions for downloading like the ROM and patching it. I highly suggest it if you really like Ocarina of Time, or even any Zelda game in general, because it's a lot of fun. You do have to have an emulator to play it. That's just a fair warning. I mean, I think that makes sense, because I mentioned already that's a hack and a ROM, you know, a mod remake. Oh, and that was the other thing I was going to mention quick. You actually get the Kokiri sword in a different place than what the game actually had it. And I'm not going to say what happened to the chest if you try to go to the place where the sword used to be, because I want that to be a surprise for anyone who does happen to play that game. But the sword does get moved to a place in the Lost Woods, and you have to talk to the characters to actually figure out where to go in the story, which I think is cool. You know, it's good that the characters you talk to actually give you good advice, like the NPCs. I like that incorporation of it. But anyway, we got Tails bringing Amy back down to Station Square. They escaped from the egg carrier, because Sonic stuck around and took on Chaos 6. And there, Tails just happened to catch a glimpse of Robotnik crashing down. Now, this does seem like a strange part in the story. Like, after Sonic defeats Chaos 6 and the egg carrier crashes and everything.
That's Eggman.
Yeah, even Tails says here. I guess this is just a moment where Eggman decides he's going to cause more trouble before going back to the Mystic Ruins where his final base is at, as we see in the Sonic story. I guess this is just the interlude between Stage 8 and Stage 10 for Sonic, like what goes on with Robotnik.
I will destroy Station
Yeah,
Square
he pretty
anyway.
much says he's going to destroy this place. Again, the stupid headsets of mine. I really apologize. Looking at my recording, at least everything's still going on fine. I've been recording for about 50 minutes so far. We're actually almost done with Tails' story, so I think what I'll go ahead and do is keep recording. It's not going to hurt anything by doing that, I don't
That
think.
missile is launched.
Ready? Fire!
Oh, but here we got a missile. I think this is funny what happens here. I, like, vaguely remember this, but I remember it's kind of funny at the same time. It's like, oh no, big scary missile coming right at the city. And it makes a loud thud, and nothing happens. So it's like, yeah, Tails had that really mouth-gaping expression of like, oh no, something terrible.
Believe this.
And then it's like, oh,
I'm going deal
didn't go off. But Dr. Robotnik's still gonna go after it and try to detonate it anyway.
No! I better get to that missile before he detonates it.
Better get to that missile before he detonates it. Exactly. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I think we missed one of Tails' upgrade items. Because we have the Rhythm Badge. I know he gets like a jet anklet, though.
I've gotta get it before Eggman.
Should I look for that first?
The fate of Station Square depends on me.
What to do? What to do?
Sonic!
And here Tails kind of has a moment where he's like,
Changed a lot since I started hanging with Sonic.
yeah, I've been depending on Sonic for many
But I
things,
can't
but
depend on him forever.
I can do this. at least Tails does show a moment, like a little bit of growth here, where he's more independent and can actually do things on his own for a change. Oh, maybe the game's not going to let me, okay, yeah, I can't look for his upgrade because I'm right at the action stage. But yeah, there's a jet anklet somewhere that I never grabbed.
You think you can
I don't remember where it is, or apparently I don't have to get it. Unless I'm just thinking of something completely different. But yeah, this time, if you couldn't tell, we are racing Dr. Robotnik himself instead of Sonic, because Sonic's not even involved here. So, they did change it up a little bit, but it's still the same concept, you know, beat your opponent to the finish line. Same concepts apply, though. You know, take shortcuts. I guess it's what's nice about these stages. At least they have a different perspective on the levels that you don't normally take. Because as you can see here, like, we're flying through the sky. We're not taking the normal route, you know, we're completely ignoring the regular rules. I guess that is pretty cool, you know, with how these stages work. I just feel like they're definitely a lot shorter. I mean, that is a given. Because they're races. But I don't know. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? I guess that's the point I'm trying to make. The stages are cool, but at the same time they're also short. But it makes sense since it's a race, so I don't know. It's a double-edged sword here, whether or not I like these stages. I really can't say for sure. We're doing pretty well so far, and I think we are going to go ahead and take this rocket. Pretty far ahead of him. Watch, though. Like I said, you know, with the rubber band AI, I'm sure he's bound to, like, wiggle his way up close to where we're at. Again, I don't know if that exists for this game, but I'm going to take a guess that it might. Okay, whoa. Big spikes spinning everywhere. Okay, seriously, where is Robotnik? I feel like he should be moving on faster than what he actually is. The least this game could have done was provided a challenge for the last stage, because this actually is Tails' last stage, if I haven't brought that up yet. And there's the missile, and no sign of Robotnik, so we pretty much took him out pretty fast. Or not really take out, but beat him to where the missile was. That's a pretty big gap. And a pretty short time, too. I don't know. That just seemed a lot easier than what it should have been, I think.
That wasn't too bad.
Oh well, what are you going to do about it? So, in other news, what I've been doing lately, what was I going to say? Oh, I remember.
So you beat
Oh, yeah, this part. You beat me to the missile. That we did. That we did.
I'll make you all pay.
And this is actually a unique boss. A little bit more challenging compared to other bosses of the game, so I guess this kind of makes up for the easy action stages. I do like the look of this boss.
You fool.
That is something that people complain about with Robotnik. They say that it's the same boss, it's just a slight modification. But what's nice about the modification, at least to me, is that they're still unique from each other, because it's not like the same pattern of defeating him. Like in this case, it's the Egg Walker, and not like the Egg Viper or the Hornet, you know. Again, it's the same, like, concept that it's Robotnik that we're dealing with here, but, oh, wow, that was close. And that's how you're gonna take them out. You wanna take out the legs first, after they've kind of wasted their energy with using that shockwave attack. And then you're gonna hit Robotnik's main center core itself. And you will probably lose rings fairly easily here in this fight, because missiles fly everywhere, and it's a pretty big blast radius when you're in a bunch like that. And here we go with Get a Load of This. If you think this is bad, just wait till we get to later parts of this boss fight. He's going to say it like repeatedly over and over. It's almost grating to the ears, actually. But yeah, here we have like a mine attack, which I narrowly somehow avoided. Yeah, at least there's a lot of rings around the stage too, so that's a good thing to make up for it. Oh, but what I was going to say is, I was so caught up with the boss I didn't even get to my story. I recently got the Japanese versions of a couple more games recently, specifically Pocket Monster Stadium 1, 2, and then Gold Silver. What's confusing about this is that Pocket Monster Stadium is translated as Pokemon Stadium, like the first game, but the Japanese version of the first Pokemon Stadium is actually different than what got released in America. Pocket Monster Stadium, which translates as Pokemon Stadium 1, never got released in the US, and probably for a good reason, because you can only play as 42 of the 151 Pokemon on it. The reason for that is because when the game was first made, back in 1998, I want to say, I'd have to look back at the box again to see if I could find the year when it was made, but it was made specifically with the idea of simulating tournaments, because that's what the first Pokemon Stadium game is based on. There's actually only 2 rule sets on it, unlike the Pokemon Stadium that got released in America. But Pocket Monster Stadium 2 is actually America's first Pokemon Stadium. I know it's really confusing because the numbering is weird like that. It's like that with the Final Fantasy games, if anyone's aware of like the original releases for them. How they have like strange numbering. And yeah, he's gonna do it like more than once, which is why you want to like attack all of the glowing parts of the leg. And yeah, way to go, great shot. We can't even see you, Tails. But he's down. And we pretty much completed Tails' part of the story, so yay! But yeah, that's what I've been up to lately. I also got Pocket Monsters Green version, which is Pokemon Green. What confuses people, though, is that Pocket Monsters Green is still pretty much the same as like what our Pokemon Blue is, but the graphics are different. The graphics that were on Pocket Monsters Red and Green, which were only released in Japan, by the way, and then got sent to America as Red and Blue. It's very, very complicated. I'll try to simplify this as best I can now. And I'm going to talk over the credits over it, but I don't care. Okay, so here's how it goes. Pocket Monsters Red and Green. The Pokemon that can be found in those games are the same ones as that can be found in Pokemon Red and Blue for America. However, the graphics are different, and there's other aesthetic changes as well. They're really primitive. So, like, some of the original Pokemon that you all know and remember do look different on the original Pocket Monsters Red and Green. But then later on, Japan made their own version of Pocket Monsters Blue, which is a unique game in itself. It is not anything like Pokemon Blue in America. The graphics that were on Pocket Monsters Blue were taken out of that game and put into America's Pokemon Red and Blue, if that makes any sense. The graphics, that is. Not the placement of the Pokemon or the layout of like some of the dungeons in the game. And then we have Pocket Monsters Yellow, which was pretty much identical to Pokemon Yellow. But yeah, that's how that all works. I know that was really confusing and kind of strange to explain all that, but that's how they got released in America. And I guess in other news, talking about Pokemon, I've already mentioned about the Deoxys event, which should still be going on for those who have Black 2 and White 2. Pokemon X and Y are still in the works of being developed. I'm really excited because Koro, it came out very recently. It's probably going to be a while till this video comes out, so this will be old news, but hey, I like to reflect on it anyway. Koro was released, and there was like 4 new Pokemon already revealed. The one I really love the best is the panda. I believe it's called Yamanchu or something like that. But it's called a naughty Pokemon. It's a fighting type panda. This is like the first time a panda's actually been made for Pokemon. I remember, like, I've seen before, like, on opinion forums and everything, everyone wanted a panda Pokemon. It's like, yes! I kind of lean toward that, because I do like pandas. And there was actually one video I was watching by Jaywitz, where he said he can totally see Yamanchu or whatever the pronunciation of the panda is. It's probably going to get a different translation for America, maybe. I only say maybe lightly, it's hard to say, because you never know what names Pokemon are going to be given. But he said that it would evolve into the Kung Fu Panda that we all love and know from DreamWorks. That could happen. I see the analogy that's going on with that. That's kind of cool that that got spotted as a similar comparison. And then we still have the Mewtwo Awakened form. I'll admit I was a bit disappointed that it was just an alternate form and not a completely different Pokemon. But hey, what are you gonna do? It's Pokemon. They've been really big on the alternate forms lately, though, for a lot of Pokemon, such as Kyurem, even the legendary trio of the genies, like Tornadus, Landorus, and Thundurus. Like, they have an alternate form as well. And even Giratina from 4th generation. Like, there's all these alternate forms. And also Shaman. Can't forget about the Grass Hedgehog. Hey, Hedgehog, because we're actually playing a Sonic game. Anyway, yeah, there's that going on. And then finally we have Sylveon, who still has an unknown type. Some people say it's going to be a different type, some say it's going to be something already existing. I highly doubt it will be a dual type. There was one theory that it's going to have 2 types, but I don't see that happening, because none of the other evolutions have been shown to have that. So, and I don't think they're going to break away from that tradition. If it's going to be an alternate type, though, I've heard about Fairy type, maybe? But again, it's not been confirmed. I will say this, though, if it is going to be an already existing type, it totally looks like Flying or Normal, to me. Some people say it's like Fighting or Bug, I think was the other one, or Dragon. In my opinion, Fighting, Bug, and Dragon, it really does not look like any of those 3. In the least bit. It's hard to say, though, because we only have looks and not actual facts. But, like, as soon as I seen Sylveon, I instantly thought of Audino. Because, just the way the coloring looks and the cuteness of it. So that's why I think it could possibly be a normal type. But the ribbons, the way they, like, float, it makes it look like it could possibly be flying, too. Maybe it could, like, levitate in the air or something, for all we know. It's hard to say. But anyway, that's pretty much the end of my discussion and this recording session. Let's get another emblem, and we are finished with Tails' story completely. Save the game. Return to the awesome music of the title screen, hopefully. Maybe, anytime soon. Oh, we're actually on, like, the intro credits. Okay, I thought we'd be taken to the title screen. I don't know why I'm, like, so random right now. Maybe it's a good thing, though, because this recording session's pretty much just about over. Actually, it is over. What am I saying? Again, see? And real quick, I'll go ahead and point this out before I do end the video. Since we collected 20 emblems, I mentioned that we unlocked a first Sega Game Gear game, Sonic the Hedgehog. Not to be confused with the Genesis version. This one is different. About every 20 or so emblems you collect, you unlock a new Game Gear game, which is listed as a minigame. I thought this was kind of cool that they had this on here, because, I never owned a Game Gear. This is a good chance to be able to play some of these games. I'm not going to be playing that one or any of them, though, for, like, the extras, because they're pretty much whole games in themselves, and I don't want this LP to become, like, overly long over it, so yeah. I mean, you could still find other videos of these being played, even the original versions, if someone has somehow been able to create a capture card for their systems, or if they just record from, like, a webcam or something. But anyway, this is it for this recording session. This is ToadinWonderland. I hope you guys enjoyed, and next time, when we return to Adventure Mode, the next choice that we have running up is E102Y Gamma, which is probably one of the better characters on the Adventure Mode, in my opinion, for this game. Definitely better than Tails. Tails, like I said, I'm really mixed with the whole race concept with the short stages. And I don't quite like it as much. I mean, Sonic had a pretty solid adventure playthrough. It only makes sense, though, because Sonic's pretty much the MC of the game, so obviously. But Gamma has some pretty good stages, and they're going to be pretty unique once we get to them. But till then, though, this is ToadinWonderland. I will see you guys next time with more of Let's Play Sonic Adventure DX. See you guys later.